Elite Dangerous is a huge game with plenty to see, loads to do, and what feels like a butt ton of things to learn. This video will help make things so much easier for you. Greetings Commanders, I'm KreeKree and I'm an Elite Dangerous YouTuber and streamer. Catch me live on Twitch at twitch.tv/KreeKree from 11 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time. In this video we'll be having a look at third-party sites, community-based sites, player groups and podcasts, and a handy news site that will make anything you do in Elite so much easier. In fact, I wish I knew about these when I was a newbie. The first site we'll be looking at is podcasts and news. First up is Galnet News. If you're a fan of lore and keeping up with community goals, then this is going to be something of interest to you. The news goes back till the June 3301, as you can see here, so a lot has definitely happened. You can check out other Pilot Federation alerts like the recent player kidnappings. For that story, check out this video here. The next site is Guard Frequency. Now this is a podcast in the style of, from what I can tell, is kind of like D&D but in Elite Dangerous. Which is a lot of fun, and I'm a bit of a D&D nerd, so I really enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend checking out this site. Lave Radio is also another awesome podcast. With Lave Radio, they are more of a radio style podcast where they have frequent special guests, they discuss recent events in the game, they also discuss what they have done themselves in the game and much more. So I would definitely suggest giving them a check out if you enjoy podcasts. Next up is Elite Week. With Elite Week, they are a podcast that is based on YouTube, so if you're more of a visual person, then I would definitely suggest checking out their channel. They have some awesome episodes on here. They do go for quite a while, but that's mostly because they are also streaming, so definitely go check out their Twitch as well. They have special guests as well on their show, and they talk about recent events. They also speculate what might happen in the future based off the recent events that they're discussing as well. The next thing I want to talk about is the player groups. It will either keep you busy and can also help you in many ways. The first site that I want to talk about is the Canonn Interstellar Research Group, or just known as the Canonn. It is an independent cooperative made up of thousands of commanders. It was founded on August 4th, 3301. It's not exclusive, so that way if you want to join, then there's nothing that is stopping you from doing so. With this group, they are not involved in any kind of politics and stand 100% neutral. They have a passion for exploring in search for the unknown and solving mysteries. Canonn Research, otherwise known as the Canonn Challenge, lists discoveries like notable phenomena, Lagrange clouds, crystals, spheres, lightning storms, and much more. You can also join in the fun if you want your name amongst notable explorers. You can see here on the side as well that they do have some links if you want to find particular things that they have found in their exploration. Super awesome. I definitely would suggest you checking them out. They have everything listed here for what you want to have a look for. Next is the Galactic Mapping Project and Expedition Hub. This is the oldest community project being founded in February 19th, 2015. IRL time, of course. The founders started this on their own as a labor of love. Soon commanders started to join, and then they merged with EDSM on May 21st, 2016. You can join the project and check out their guidelines and their other helpful links. Up next is Distant Worlds. So they are basically community-based exploration planners. They have often had the FDevs approve and include their ideas into the game on occasion. Their expeditions are often not for the faint of heart, exploring far and wide. Often thousands of commanders join these expeditions, and lately you can see here that they are actually proposing something to the FDevs for Odyssey when that comes out. Buckybull Racing isn't so much about exploring, but more about getting from A to B with the fastest way possible. You can outfit your ships to the furthest distance, you can find the best route to get there, And you can also use other tools that I will mention soon that will help you get from A to B the fastest way. Now with Operation IDA, the main goal is to strengthen the human presence in space by ensuring all stations are repaired and fully functional. They currently have 33 player groups contributing to their cause, the Anti-Xeno Initiative. This group is simple. Their objective is to ensure space is safe for all humans, as Thargoids are a threat to the human race. They take down any and all Thargoids in their path. They also have partnered up with Canonn Research to ensure they have the latest findings related to their mission. If you're more about combat and kicking ass, then maybe the Anti-Xeno Initiative is your group to join. But this group, the 𝗲𝗨𝗏, their group is much simpler. If you're stranded out in space with a damaged hull and no way to repair yourself, you can call this group and they will come to your rescue and repair your ship for you. It's essentially the roadside assist for spaceships. Now this group, the Fuel Rats, is probably one of the most famous. They also have a simple goal like the 𝗲𝗨𝗏s. What they do is they come and refuel your ship. Usually this is because the commander has gotten stuck out in space, they're not able to find a fuelable star, or they don't have a fuel scoop to go find a star that they can scoop at, and then there's no stations nearby. So the Fuel Rats are definitely a big help and definitely a well-loved community as well as the others. Now we're going to have a look at some helpful third-party tools and other community sites, but first, if this has been helpful, then consider subscribing. I notice 86% of my viewers aren't subscribed. If you're able to help me reduce that number just a little, that would be amazing, honestly. Anyway, onto those helpful tools. The first tool we're going to have a look at is EDSM, Elite Dangerous Star Map. This site is super helpful for any commander, particularly the explorers. You can search for faction, government, allegiance, information. You can also search for celestial body types, materials, and more. My favorite is checking out the expedition section. EDDB, which is the Elite Dangerous Database, is very similar to EDSM, and they do have some similar search options that you can utilize. But they also have more things you can search for, like stations, attractions, commodities, and more. INARA is another search site, but it's a little bit different. You can connect your Frontier account and you can add friends and keep up with your fleet and ship builds, as well as your friends' fleet and ship builds, etc. You're also able to look up engineers, trade routes, blueprints, and much more. This site, Coriolis, is definitely a very helpful site, and it's for a simple reason. You can check out the available ships here, but also if you go into one, then you're actually able to fiddle around and create a build for yourself before actually going in-game and spending the credits for it. RES is a resource extraction site distance calculator. This pretty much only has the one function, so basically what it does is that it searches for the nearest resource extraction site based off your current location. This is probably best for those that want to mine dangerously with a higher resource reward, or those who just want to go out and fight wanted criminals. The miners tool is also a very simple tool. It's also very helpful for those who want to search for the materials that has the highest return for your efforts. All you need to do is type in your reference and what it is that you want to mine for, and they will tell you whether or not there is any known overlapping hotspots. The Road to Riches Pathfinder is definitely a very useful tool. This is those that want to explore, but they also want to ensure that they get the most credits for their efforts going out into the black. This site, Spansh, otherwise known as a neutron router, is super helpful if you need to get to somewhere really fast and you're not afraid to supercharge your frame shift drive using a neutron star. I know that I shit my pants the first time that I tried, but it's definitely worth it if you're trying to get somewhere quick and you know what you're doing. All these sites are super amazing and I hope you find them as helpful as I did and still do. Thank you for watching and consider subscribing if you have already, then thank you very much. Alright, that is enough for me for this week. I will see you in the next video. Fly safe, Commander.